My name is Bharadwaj. I'm from Evotech. So for this week, I will be handling any questions from the participants. So please raise your hand if any of the participants have any questions. I will allow you the mic and then we can discuss about your question, please. So at this moment, I don't see any participant raising their hand. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Acre system, I have allowed you the mic. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So I have few questions. One of them is that we have a distributor client who has already registered in Tatmeen. So I have logged into their Tatmeen account and I was trying to access their SSC generation, but I was unable to get the SSC generation there. So what could be the possibility of that not getting accessed? Is there any,
Okay.
because during the registration process, we were not there. The client itself have been registered. Is there any fault in the registration, or does the login depends upon the role or likewise?
Okay, see, if you are generating the SSCC, so SSCC generation is allowed only for the UAE entities. Okay, if you belongs to outside of UAE, then you cannot be able to generate the SSCC. And then the second criteria is there should be a proper subscription for generating the SSCC. If you do not have a subscription, then you may not be able to generate SSCC. So for the subscription of SSCC, you need to reach GS1 team. Their email ID is tatmeen@gs1ae.org.
Okay, so the only the entities which has been registered in UAE will be having the SSCC. Unless
Yes,
until I am registered as a distributor itself, that won't give any access to generating the SSCC, right? The distribution should be registered in the UAE itself, like this.
yes. And do you have the subscription for generating the SSCC? Even that particular criteria also you need to check.
Okay, that need to be get from the GS1, right? The SSC subscription.
Yes, if you want to, if you're looking for a SSCC subscription, then you need to reach GS1 team, please.
And
Okay.
yeah, got it. Also,
Any other
one more
questions?
question.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility that if I am a distributor, can I be registered as a licensed agent? Is there any possibility to do that?
That is not feasible because the roles you cannot swap, right? That is not feasible.
Okay. Also, the commissioning part is only available for the licensing agent and MH, right? There is no
Correct.
commissioning part for the distributors, right?
No, commissioning can be done by MAH or license agent.
So, if any of the MH or the license agents supply the products to the distributor without the serialization, how do they do this? Because the initial state of serialization should be done from the commissioning agent, right? Sorry, I mean the MH, right? If they didn't
Sorry,
do that, how
ask your question again.
the initial commissioning has to be done by the MH, right? If some of the MH is supplying products to their distributor, if they do not provide this serialized commission report to them, how do the distributor again further continue this process? Is there any possibility to do that?
Your question is confusing. Can you ask your question again, please?
Okay. If a MH is supplying products to their distributors, they
Okay.
need to do the commissioning and report to the Tatmeen that this all has been commissioned and this has been shipped to the distributor of the receiving CLN, right? If
Correct.
the MH does not do this, how will the distributor will be able to continue from the process? Because he has received the consignment, all the products has not been registered to the Tatmeen because he has not serialized the product and he has not reported to the Tatmeen. Is there any possible way the distributor to continue this process further?
Okay, see if any of the MAH sending their goods to UAE without reporting to Tatmeen, at the borders of UAE, the customs team, the MOHAP inspectors will block these particular goods before entering into UAE. So there is no point reaching these goods to the distributor within UAE. Okay.
Okay.
So they will have to do the reporting and then the border the import permit customs inspectors will be validating this particular reporting process, and then they are allowed into the UAE.
Okay. Also, I
All
asked
right.
one of the questions in the mail itself. I'll
Mm,
rephrase that again. If I am
mhm,
receiving a consignment of a pallet and the
mm,
pallet has 12 cartons, so I received as a pallet itself because the shipment is registered as pallet, right? So I receive as a pallet, and I
mm,
confirm that means that the pallet has been received without
mm,
unpacking that. That means without notifying that means that I have unpacked this. I could see that the one of the carton has been damaged. So in
mm.
order to return this shipment, should I return whole the pallet to this uh, supplier, or what process I need to do? I need to unpack this and take out one of the carton that has been damaged, and that need to be return shipped. How do I do this process?
Okay, so you are Mithun, right? I think I
Yes.
responded to this particular question today in the morning. Okay,
Yeah.
you have a pallet, and assume in that pallet there are 10 items, and out of 10 items, one of the item is damaged for any reason. So
Yes.
you can perform the damage operation on the particular item which is physically damaged. So rest of the items
Uh,
can still remain in that bin.
but in order to do the damage part, I need to unpack it, right? Because the form of
Correct.
uh,
Correct.
yes, because it's in pallet, right? I need to unpack, then only I can report it to damage, right? Because the
Uh,
initial state of
okay.
form is in pallet, right?
Hmm. Yeah, physical goods, you need to unpack it.
Okay, clear.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I don't see any hands raised by other participants. If there are any questions, please raise your hand. Mustafa, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Mustafa, I have given you the mic. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Yes. Good morning.
As a MH NUE, we will receive a product from Europe, and it's a primary packed product, and we will continue secondary packaging in a CMO in UAE here. Okay, so
Hmm.
is there any problem in custom if I'm still not posting Tatmeen? Because we will post on Tatmeen after secondary packaging is done.
I didn't understand your question. Can you ask again, please?
Okay, as a MAH, we are receiving a primary packed product from Europe. Okay,
Mm,
and we will
mm,
continue packaging here in UAE in CMO.
mm,
Okay,
mm, mm, mm.
uh, so we will post on Tatmeen after after final package. So there is no issue in custom if they will ask if we posted on Tatmeen or not before receiving the product in UAE, because we will receive
I
primary
okay.
packed.
Can you write this particular question to onboarding at tatmeen.ae, because this seems to be a business question. We'll have to check with the team internally, and then we can give you the feedback on this.
Okay, the second question, as
Mm-hmm,
MAH and dealing with the CMO, okay, we
mm-hmm,
will post the product, serialized product on Tatmeen from MAH, but which GLN number we will put? The GLN number for the MAH only, or the GLN number also for the manufacturing site?
Okay, if you are doing the reporting and then the commissioning, right? So usually the GLN pertaining to the MAH will be given over there. So you will
Uh,
have to use the GLN of MAH.
okay, GLN for MAH.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. If there are any questions for other participants, please raise your hand. I will allow you the mic, please. Samia, can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, actually, I have two branch and goods transfer from main branch to branch one.
Mm-hmm.
There's need to do anything in branch one on Tatmeen portal.
Okay. See, you're saying you have transferred the goods from main branch to a different branch, right? So it
Yes, yes,
means you have shipped from main branch to branch one. So you will
yes,
have to
exactly.
receive these particular goods in branch one. So you will have to
Yes.
do this in Tatmeen. You will have to receive this on Tatmeen. So which means that
Same.
step number one, ship this particular goods on Tatmeen from main branch to branch one, and then
Okay.
receiver at branch one will have to receive it on Tatmeen.
Only two process. We will enter on Tatmeen, then from main branch, they will confirm.
See, step number one, user from main branch will ship the products to branch number one. Okay.
Okay.
And step number two is receiver. So receiver will have to receive this particular goods on branch number one. So you will have to do these two activities.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
If any participant is having any questions, kindly raise your hand. I will allow you the mic, please. Micro systems, can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
It's a part regarding the SSC generation.
Mm-hmm.
It's only mandated that it needs to be a GS1 compliant 128-bit generated. Is it possible that we could generate this SSC barcode and can we use it for the Tatmeen purpose? Will it be acceptable or should we get the subscription itself?
Without subscription, you cannot generate the SSCC at all. Okay. So you need
I
to get
believe
that subscription and then you need to get this SSCC.
no, I'm talking about generating this SSC in external applications, like generating outside Tatmeen, and will it be accepted in the Tatmeen?
You mean to say if the SSCC is generated outside of Tatmeen? No, you can. It
Yes.
cannot. It cannot. You cannot use that SSCC in the XMLs.
Okay. I need to get the
Okay.
subscription and generate it in the Tatmeen
Yes.
portal itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, is there any information or documentation regarding the Tatmeen that is for the medical equipments and devices? Because it is the next phase, right? We were unable to get
Uh,
any details on this.
yeah. Even at this moment, we do not have any information about the medical devices. So at this moment, only the pharmaceutical products are supposed to register or report into Tatmeen. If there is any information or news which is available for us regarding the medical devices, we'll definitely keep you posted.
Okay. Also, there is one common question arising on the client side is they need to
Mhm.
register all their partners, right? Is there any possibility where we can get their GLNS or details for registration purposes? Like all the
For sorry, for which registration purpose?
they need to be registered in the branching, right? If I am a distributor, I need to make sure that all our partners are getting registered in the branching. Then only I can do the shipping or receiving uh, functionality. So all this needs
Right,
to be done, right?
right.
So is there any possibility to get all these details in any method?
Any method? Again, your question is
Like
not clear.
any API or any documentation regarding the GLN and the company details of the pharmacies or the distributors in UAE?
No, we do not have any such API. So whatever the Tatmeen APIs available that are available on the postman collections. For your
Because
question,
in
whatever you have asked, there is no such API, please.
GS1 there is a link that we can use to look out which company is using which GLN and which GTNs are
Hmm.
recorded for which product. Likewise, is there any API to get out these details? Because it's in a
No,
limited source, we can use only to 15 or 30 searches in that URL. After that, it will get
no,
expired.
no, we do not
Okay.
have any such API at this moment on Tatmeen.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. If any participant is having any questions, please raise your hand. I will allow you the mic. I don't see any hands raised by the participants at this moment. So we'll keep this call open until 11:30 a.m. So meanwhile, if any participants have having any questions, please raise your hand, please. Since there are no hands raised by the participants, so we will conclude this call for this week. See you again next week on the same time. Thank you so much.